it's your girl Joe's on Trades here. Something new that I fell in love with today. I went to the hair store and I was so excited. So I found natural hair for $28. They do have a lot of info on them. They're 100% human hair. Natural black color is what I got. It does show that they have it in 3 different textures. Again, I definitely think the 3C would have been a little bit better for me, but I'm going to make these work for my hair texture. So I'm going to go ahead and open them up. Alright, y'all, so let's see. So they actually feel amazing. I had to read it a few times because I couldn't believe it was 100% human hair. I thought it was going to be like a blend or something like normal, but they actually feel amazing, nice and kinky, but still straight enough to run your fingers through. No shedding as of yet. It does have some instructions on it. It gives you instructions on how to part your hair, how to put the clip-ins in, and just how to do the whole style. So they look great. I'm just gonna come up with a style and see what I can do. Get some brand new ideas. I did get 2 packs, so I know it's gonna be extremely full. Can't wait to show you guys what I come up with. So I did go ahead and open them up. I just wanted to see how they look individually. If they were thin at the end, straighter at the ends. I do feel like my hair texture matches the roots a lot better. Kind of similar to this Dominican curly wig I have on, but my curls are a little bit tighter, more like a Jerry curl, 3A, 4C type. So I'm gonna try to mimic the hair to match my hair type and just see what kind of style I get inspired to do. And I'll be back to show you all what I came up with. And this is 1 pack, so you could definitely do a whole style with 1 pack, but I do have 2. Once I finish the style, I'll let you all know exactly how much I use. Stay with me. So here, I'm just trying to come up with some creative style. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a half up, half down, or put it in 2 buns. I'm a huge fan of 2 buns. So I went on Pinterest and I saw a few styles that had like the 2 buns or 2 ponytails. I also saw a lot of trends with the heart part. So I decided to try to mimic the heart part and do 2 buns. And I suck at parting, but I tried to get it as neat as possible. Just for the video. All right, just keep watching. And here you see me just parting off some hair that I'm going to leave out to cover up the clip-ins and make sure that my my buns are covered as well. And I just twisted those down to the side so it'll be out of the way when it's time for me to install the clip-ins. It won't get mixed into any of the clip-ins or into my buns. For the sake of the video, I did not cornrow my hair down because I'm just doing this style for the video. So I just pulled my hair back into a ponytail and then kind of wrapped it around into a bun. So it would be pretty flat for the video. But the best way would be to do a couple cornrows, at least 2 cornrows, so it'll be nice and flat. If you have thinner hair like me, you could get away with 1 cornrow. If you have thicker hair, you might want to go with maybe 3 or 4 cornrows to make sure that it's flat. With this, I like to start using the wider clip-ins, like with the 5 clips, so that I know that if I pull my hair up, I have complete coverage. And it's just a little bit of my nape area out in the back to make sure that that's covered. A lot of people like to start with 2 clip-ins and then go into the wider ones, but I like to start with the wider clip-ins to make sure that the middle has plenty of coverage. And if my hair was to blow in the wind, or if I wanted to pull it up in a bun, it wouldn't be extremely noticeable. Here, I'm just feeling around to see how many more clips I can get in, making sure I don't go too close to the edge because my edges are thin and I want the clip-ins to be pretty covered up, but I still want my hair to look full on the sides as well. So I'm trying to get as close to the edge as possible without making the clip-ins too visible. So I made sure to clip it as close to my hair that's going to be left out as possible because my hair is fairly thin and I want it to blend naturally with the clip-ins. I saw that I had a little more room, so I decided to add one more in the middle and let it be as full as it was going to be on the sides. So as you can see, with just that amount of hair, that amount of clip-ins, is already looking pretty full. And now you see me just pulling those 2 twists back, which is going to be my leave out, very minimal leave out, so that I can attempt to part my buns and figure out how I'm going to style the front. Originally, I was going in with the 2 regular buns and the middle part. But when I did go on Pinterest, I saw zigzag parts, I saw the heart part, so I just tried to create this style as I went using that inspiration. And as you can see, I am not the best at parting, but if I can do it, anybody can. I just went through and kept trying it out to see if I could mimic the heart, or if I could do the zigzags, or if I should just stick to a middle part. Just keep watching. You'll see what I came up with. I thought it came out pretty cute. One thing I learned is to stop overthinking when I'm doing my hair. Just do it and get it done. And it makes it so much easier. Like in the beginning, I was overthinking, couldn't figure out how I wanted to part it, wanted everything to be perfect. But once I just went for it, it kind of worked itself out. As you can see, I end up mimicking the heart, but still kind of keeping it a little zigzag. If you wanted to, you could just completely do the heart in the middle. You wouldn't even have to do that, that third piece in the front. And if you want to see that, I can come back and do that as well. Just let me know in the comments. And for this, I'm just using my green Eco Style gel and a little bit of my Smooth and Shine jam, the one that's in the yellow bottle. I'll add it in the description box as well. And if you have thin edges, this isn't a really hard style to pull off, because you can make your buns as big as you want to give you that coverage and just focus on the front or the parted area. And this is just me going back over and smoothing it with a little bit of Smooth and Shine, and making sure I comb it, because like I said, I'm not the best at parting, but if you slick it down good enough, it can look like you're an expert. And this is me trying to make sure I get my buns, my ponytails, at least close to being pretty even. for the sake of the video. Again, I wasn't wearing this style out, so I didn't try to make it super perfect, but I tried to get it as close as possible for you guys. So you can see the heart shape, the zigzag part. I could have did a star. You could do a heart. You could do so many different things with clip-ins and be creative. You could have did 3 buns. You could do a braid, a twist pattern, stitch braids, and then the clip-ins. There's so many options with clip-ins. And that's why I was so excited, because these were so affordable and I could just imagine all the styles that I could do. But this is just the first one that I came up with, and it's my go-to. I love 2 buns, 2 ponytails, even with my natural hair. So I thought this would be cute, simple style. So here I just put my hair in Bantu knots, and I put a rubber band around it to secure my hair. Now, if you have thicker hair, you really don't have to do that. And if you're afraid of breakage or anything like that, you really don't have to secure it with a rubber band. You could secure it with the actual clip-ins, or you could even go in with a hairpin if you want it. Or you could slick it down with some gel and a little spritz and let it stay in place, or blow dry it for a few moments. So here I'm just clipping around the bun. So I'm just trying to see different ways to do it, because I had never used clip-ins for a ponytail before. I normally wear it with styles that are down. So I'm just clipping around and seeing how full I want the buns to be at this point. And I just go ahead and wrap it around, just test it out, see what kind of bun I could create, and then fluff it to the size I want it to be and the shape. I did secure it with a rubber band, but again, you could do that with the hairpin if you're worried about breakage or anything like that. And you also want to make sure your hair is very moisturized when doing this style as well. Now, I see a lot of people that just wrap their clip-ins around, but I actually clip mine in. I'm a sucker for security, so I wanted to make sure they were super secure when doing this style for you all. I did not like the way that bun came out, so I took it down and just wrapped it again, tightened up the clip-ins. And I decided to use one more. For the other one, I had used 2 3-pieces. For this one, I used a 3-piece, a 2-piece. So I decided to add in one more piece just to make sure that it matched the other bun pretty well. That this style was super easy. It took me about 15 minutes just because I was creating it as I went and I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do when I started. So it did take me a little bit longer because I was creating as I went. But if you know, go in with the purpose of doing this style, it's super simple. Just part off the back, part of space in the middle for your leave out, and then part your hair how you want it to be.
in the middle, on the sides, a heart, stars, crisscross, whatever you want to do. And add in your clip-ins to your ponytails, fluff and go. Now I'm just taking down my leave out. And normally my hair is super curly, like 3C4A when it's moisturized. But since it was a little brittle and I had just taken out cornrows, it was super easy to blend. Really didn't have to do too much, but take the braids down. And, you know, I used my water bottle, which just has some water and some Suave Professionals keratin and coconut oil conditioner with just a little bit of curling mousse, which I've shown in the video. And that's that. Now we're going to go in and pretend like I have some edges and try to make them look a little more full in the spaces where you can see them. But again, if you do your buns really big and you have thin edges, then you really can position them so that you don't have to do too much to your baby hairs. You can just do, you know, maybe the part, the baby hairs near the part. And for my baby hairs, I did use Gorilla Snot. I find that works best when you have thin baby hairs. Gorilla Snot kind of just makes it shine, makes your hair look fuller and thicker, and sets it in place for you really nice. So if you are on the thin side, or if you just have thin hair like me, Gorilla Snot can be really good for like doing a sleek style or laying down your baby hairs. And this is just me adding in some more products so that I can make my hair look a little smoother, a little sleeker, make sure my part look a little neater. And as you can see, I started loving this style and couldn't get out the camera, but it just came together really nicely, and I really liked it.
I am loving this. Giving me life. I mean, it was so simple, so easy. These clip-ins were so easy to work with, and it was just very easy. I love it. Get up and go type of style. So much diversity that you can do. You can do one bun, 2 top knots, 3 top knots. You can do bantu knots, crisscross, Fulani braids. There's so many options, y'all. Y'all gotta check this out. Let me know what you think.